Hey everyone, Matt from Redpaw here. So a lot of people always ask, what is the first sewing machine that I should get that is one, cheap, two, reliable, and three, is going to work for my make your own gear ultralight backpacking projects. So this is my recommendation. The Singer Heavy Duty has been my go-to recommendation for a beginner sewing machine. I didn't buy this as the beginner sewing machine. In fact, it was my fourth sewing machine purchase, but it's my second most used after my Juki walking foot. So I highly recommend this machine. I use it basically every single day, and my primary use case for it is for stretch materials using the zigzag stitch, or for making bar tacks, or simply for putting the labels onto my products. So the Singer Heavy Duty is a really great option for beginner sewers. I got my Singer Heavy Duty for about $100 to $120, somewhere in that range, of December of 2018. So it's been quite a few months, but if you look on Amazon, you can find it for about $137. So I really recommend these machines. You can tell that it's only $100 and there's gonna be a lot of plastic construction, right? But the inside, and where it really counts, is mostly made of metal, and that's why they call it the heavy duty machine. So why I think this is a great choice for you. It's inexpensive and it has all the stitches that you could want. In order of importance for stitches that you want for make your own gear, it's straight stitch, followed closely by the zigzag stitch. So straight stitch is going to be for nearly every seam that you make. However, if you're doing something with stretchy materials, then it's definitely recommended to use a zigzag machine. So I was only using my 1541 Juki, which is very heavy duty. It's a walking foot machine, and it's fantastic for heavy duty materials. But for lighter materials that stretch, for example, spandex or lycra mesh, you need some zigzag stitch. And the reasoning for that is you need the stitches to move and stretch with the fabric. I think what's great about this machine is that it truly is heavy duty for being a small home machine. So if you're inclined to make a backpack or make fanny packs like I do, or a tarp or a quilt, this will kind of hit all those ranges of items in terms of lightweight gossamer stuff like the Sil Nylon to the thicker, heavier duty X-Pack. You're probably going to run into trouble using this machine if you have around 6 to 8 layers of heavier duty materials like X-Pack, or if you did Cordura. It's going to get a little tedious, and the motor really can't do it. So my advice for when you need to sew those heavy duty materials on the Singer Heavy Duty is simply to hand crank the wheel. So when you hand crank the wheel, you're doing it manually, and that's going to make sure you, one, don't break needles, two, get a proper stitch, and it's just going to ensure that everything goes smoothly. So that's why this is a great recommendation, in my opinion, is you can pretty much sew anything you want on this $130 machine without having to buy another one. If you go straight to a used industrial machine, it's likely to only have one function, most likely a straight stitch. And that's fantastic if that's all you need, but it is really nice to have the option for all of these stitches, and at a reasonable price of $137. So that's it. That's a quick rundown of this machine and why I like it. I think it really works well. I have used it for about 9 to almost 10 months, and I've really had no hangups. The only problem I've had was I had a piece of the bobbin case come out. It was actually a couple screws, and I had to replace the whole bobbin case. But the funny thing about that is it was $7 prime shipping on Amazon. So that's another great part, is you buy one of these cheaper machines, the parts are going to be cheaper too. So even though that component is mostly plastic, screwed to some metal, it was super easy to replace and to fix. I didn't even have to look at a manual or consult a YouTube video to fix the machine. It's really, really simple. So I really recommend the machine. I have used it a lot, and I think that if you get it, you'll really appreciate it as well. I think there are some advantages to getting a used machine as opposed to buying a new home machine like this. But I think that can be outweighed by the simple fact that if you've never sewn anything before, don't let a broken machine discourage you. I think that's probably the biggest cause why I quit projects in the very beginning. Like why I would stop and get frustrated was because I wasn't happy with the machine. The machine was giving me trouble and it just wasn't working how I had expected it to. So after using this for so long, I say don't even bother with a machine that could be broken. Save yourself the headache. Buy this for 130 bucks and just call it a day. I think it'll do most of the things that you need it to do. So that's my advice after doing this for a couple years is your first machine should not be a used, possibly broken machine. If you're looking at it and questioning whether it's going to work for you, it may not. But I think that this right out of the box is going to work. It'll have every stitch that you need and it works well with the outdoor fabrics that everyone is familiar with. So if you want to buy this machine, go check out the Amazon affiliate links in the description. There's a whole list of all the tools that I use in addition to the sewing machine also listed there. The Amazon affiliate links support the channel and I really appreciate it if you do that. It costs you nothing and helps give me a little bit of kickback and incentive to make the videos and share the knowledge I've gained over the past couple years. So thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.